Good evening, everyone. So today I'll be showing you how a wig store can make use of the Trackeet app. Let's go. So I'll be showing you how to make sales, purchase invoice, income, expenses, credits, and discounts to customers. Let's go. So we'll be starting with sales. As you can see, this is the front page of the Trackeet app, which comprises of the sales, the purchases, new income, expenses, and all that. So let's make sales. You can see the plus sign. You just click on it, which brings you to the create invoice page. Then our date, which is already here. Now let's select customer. Who are we selling to? Tonia. So you can see, is this paid item? You can always check on this if this item is paid for, but if it's not going to be paid for, you can just leave it this way. But Tonia is definitely paying for this item, so we are checking on it. Now let's add item. Now let's select. So what is Tonia buying? She's buying a frontal wig. Now let's add quantity. Tonia is buying 2 over frontal wigs. Now let's add. You can see the total. Now let's add our payments. What is Tonia paying with? Is she paying with cash or is she paying with POS? She's definitely paying with cash because she's a rich girl. Now we're clicking on cash. Now amount. Let's type in our amount. She paid 40,000 naira. Now let's click on our create invoice. Yeah, our invoice have been created. So this is how you make sales with the Trackeet app. You can see Tonia. You can see Tonia. This is her sales invoice. You can see her sales invoice. You can see how many was sold to her, and you can see the ground total. So that is how we create our sales invoice. Now let's make purchase. Let's purchase some wigs. We are purchasing some wigs. So you can see purchase here. You just click on the add button, which brings you to this page, to the create purchase invoice. You can see the invoice dates. Now let's select vendor. We are making this purchase from Amazon, but if you're a big hair factory owner and you're purchasing from Vietnam or from China, you can always create your vendor. Now let's select warehouse, finished goods warehouse. Now you can see, is this a paid invoice? You can always check on it if this invoice have been paid for, which it has. And you can see the note here with brief description. You can always create a note to this particular purchase invoice. Now let's add our item. So we are going to be purchasing lace wig from Amazon. Quantity, we are going to be purchasing 30 lace wig. So now let's add our mode of payment. Again, you can always use cash, POS, transfer. You can always use either of the mode of payment that you use in making the purchase, but in this video we're going to be using cash, and we're going to be putting in our amount 300,000. We are big. Now let's create our purchase invoice. You can see our purchase invoice have been created. So this is our receipt. You can see You can see our lace wig, you can see the rates, you can see the quantity and the grand total. You can see the supplier here with the email address and phone number. Our purchase invoice have been created successfully. Now let's create our income. We can always create our income if money have been given to the business, money like loans, money like grants. So from the front page, you can see new income. You can always click on it and add our income. Now let's put in our amount. 50,000 have been given. You can see, is it bank or cash? It was cash that was given to us. Then you can always put in your brief description. So this money was given for haul. So you can now save. You have successfully added a new income to your account. So this money have been added to your account successfully. So now let's create expense. Again, this particular expense are like expenses you use for your rent, you use for your salary, you use for commission. Those are the kind of expenses you create here. So you just click on the new expense, which brings you to the expense page. So now let's put in our amount. We are going to be putting in 50,000 naira. You're going to be putting how the mode of payment this expense was paid through, if it was bank, if it was cash. So let's click on it. It was cash. Now the expense account, what's this expense for? You can see your administrative expense, your commission on sales, your entertainment expense. So this particular money was for our entertainment expense. Then you can always add a note. So expenses for food and drinks for the wig fair. So this particular money was used for our expenses for entertainment, food and drinks for our wig fair. So you save. You can see this particular expense have been successfully added to our account. So that is how we create our expense. Now let's create our credit. If our customers come to buy some wig from us and they're like, we don't have the money now, we want to buy this on credit, this is how you create that particular sales. You click on the point of sales and you add the customer. You can see Tonya wants to buy some wigs on credit. Then you click on this see all product and service. You can see all our product and service here. So Tonya wants to purchase frontal wig on credit. So you just click on the plus sign. It has been added to your cart. So you can see your cart directly under here. So you just click on it, which brings you to your order summary. You can see our frontal wig. How many are you selling to Tonya on credit? So you can always add your quantity, but Tonya is a broke girl, so she's just purchasing one on credit. Then you come to your mode of payment. Because this particular item is being sold to Tonya on credit, so all you have to do is you just click on your mode of payment, cash, but you're not going to type in the amount. Because it's on credit. So you submit. You can see the invoice have been generated. You can see balance minus 20. This minus 20 is showing you that this item have been purchased on credit. So that is how you make your credit purchases. You can see here Tonya credit 20,000. So Tonya is owing the business 20,000 naira. So that is how you make your credit sales. Now let's add discount to a customer. Again, you come down to the point of sales and you click on it. Then you click on the particular customer you want to give a discount. Let's give a discount to Mary John. You do the same thing. You click on see all products and services. Let's give our lace wig. You click on the plus sign. You see our lace wig have been added to our cart. You can always add or remove. So Mary John is just going to be purchasing one of our lace wig. So we are going to be giving Mary John discount. You can see under the order summary, you can see are you offering a discount, percentage discount or amount discount. If you're offering a percentage discount, you can always check on the percentage discount by clicking on it. But we are going to be adding an amount discount, so we are going to be clicking on it. Now let's add discount. How much discount are we giving Mary John? So we're giving Mary John 5,000 naira discount. So you type on it and you apply. You can see our total have reduced to 15,000 naira because the wig is 20,000 naira and we are applying a 5,000 naira to Mary John's order. So you can see 15,000 naira is remaining. So now let's go ahead to make our payments. So we click on cash and the amount and we submit. Voila, you can see our discounts have been added successfully. You can see you have a discount of 5,000 naira and you can see amount paid. She actually paid 15,000 naira. So this is our summary, our payment summary of Mary John after adding a discount to her payment. Thank you.